Welcome to this tutorial on how to run a Provider Statistical and Reimbursement, or PS&R, report. The information given in this training is correct as of the date of publication. The most current information contained in this presentation can be found on the Noridian Medicare website and the CMS website at the links listed on this slide. We will first cover the background of and how to register for PS&R. The PS&R system produces a variety of reports for Medicare Part A providers. These reports accumulate statistical and payment data for hospitals, hospital complexes, skilled nursing facilities, hospices, end-stage renal disease facilities, comprehensive outpatient rehabilitation facilities, and home health agencies. In PS&R, users can define report selection criteria such as the report groups, report types, service types, and date ranges to include in the reports using the graphical user interface. Using PS&R reports reduces the time to complete cost reports by providing a central repository for all claims data. Our tutorial today will focus on how to register for PS&R, how to request a summary report, and how to request a detail report through PS&R. In order to access PS&R, you must be a registered user through the CMS Identity Management (IDM) website. IDM is the identification and authentication system for CMS web-based applications. There are two different roles you can register as for PS&R: a PS&R security official, known as an SO, or a PS&R user. If you are a newly enrolling provider, the SO is the first role established in IDM. The designated SO for the provider will register the organization in IDM, submit required documentation, and approve access for end users once they themselves are approved. After an SO has been registered, your organization can register PS&R users. Once a PS&R user completes the registration process and requests access, they must receive approval from the organization's SO. After receiving approval, a PS&R user has access to PS&R and is able to order reports. To register as either a PS&R security official or as a PS&R user, you must first go to the CMS IDM website. Once on the website, you will choose New User Registration. The system will then ask for personal information that includes your name, date of birth, email, address, and phone number. You will also need to create a user ID and password, and the system will then have you establish a security question. We recommend keeping your user ID, password, and security question and answer in a secure password system such as KeePass. Once you have completed those steps, you will receive an email from the CMS IDM system confirming that you are registered. You will then log into the IDM system with your user ID and password. You will also be prompted to add a multi-factor authentication. The one-time code will then be sent to either your email or cell phone, whichever you selected. Enter the verification code and select the Verify button. Once logged in, select Role Request. Under Select an Application, choose PS&R/Star. For Group, you will want to click the arrow in the box and select I work for a Medicare provider and I want to register for PS&R. For Select a Role, click on the arrow in the box to view roles. If you are registering as the SO, you will select PS&R Security Official. Other users will select PS&R User. All users registering through IDM will need to complete remote identity proofing. Review the terms and conditions and then check the box labeled I agree to the terms and conditions and select Next. The identity verification form will then appear for you to complete. After filling out the form, select Review Request to forward your application for approval. You will receive an email when your role is approved. Now that you are registered for PS&R, we will cover how to order a summary report. To order a summary report, you will first need to log into PS&R. Remember, only PS&R users can request reports. Once logged in, you will select Request Report, which is located in the banner line at the top of the screen. After selecting Request Report, you will be taken to a new screen, and you will need to select Request Summary. The Summary Report screen will then appear. Be sure to select the provider number and name, as well as clicking the double arrow button to select the provider. To order reports for subunits of a provider, check the box Include Subunits. Then press Continue at the bottom of the screen. On the following page, select the reports to generate for the selected provider or providers. When ordering all PS&R data included on the Medicare cost report, select the first option, by service type, and in the drop-down box, select All. Then click Continue. On the next page, specify the service periods and claim paid dates to include in the report or reports. Specify the service period by selecting the interval and period start date and applying these date ranges to all providers and periods, or by selecting the from and to dates for each of the 4 periods and applying the date ranges to all providers, or by specifying the from and to dates for all periods and providers. Once the service periods and paid dates are specified, click Continue. A summary report comes in 2 formats, PDF or CSV. The PDF option will produce the PS&R in a report format, whereas the CSV option will produce a file that can be uploaded into the cost report software. Select which option you would like to request, or both. Then select Report Output Grouping. You can choose to either merge files, separate files by provider, or separate files by family. Once you have made your selections, click Continue. You will then need to confirm the report request. To do this, scroll down to the end of the screen and select Submit to complete your request. To view your summary report, you will select Report Inbox in the banner at the top of your screen. From there, you may see one of 3 statuses for your summary report. If it shows the status as queued, your report is currently waiting to process. Processing means that your report should be complete in a few minutes. If your report shows as complete, the report is available. You can access the report by selecting the file located in the PDF or CSV columns, whichever was requested. Now that you know how to order a summary report, we will cover how to request a detailed report. To order a detailed PS&R report, you need to log into the PS&R system. Remember, only PS&R users can request reports. Once logged in, you will select Request Report, which is located in the banner line at the top of the screen. After selecting Request Report, you will be taken to a new screen and you will need to select Request Detail. An attention box will then appear. You will need to confirm that you have the need to request a detailed PS&R report by selecting Continue. Be sure to select the provider number and name, as well as clicking the arrow button to select the provider. Then select Continue at the bottom of the screen. Reports for a detailed PS&R can be selected by a group or for a specific report. You can select which you would like to receive by clicking either by report group or by report type. When entering service periods, it will be in a month, day, year format. 4 periods may be listed on the screen, but it is recommended that given the amount of data on a detail report, to limit the period to a single period. Paid dates are also in a month, day, year format, and the default setting is to include all paid dates. As with a summary report, a detail report can come in a PDF or CSV format. The PDF option will produce the PS&R in a static report format. The CSV option will produce a file in a format that can be searched and manipulated. Once you have chosen the report format, select Continue. As the detail report contains protected information, the file will be encrypted and password protected. We will need to be able to contact the requester to provide the password to enter into the file. Be sure that all contact information you enter is correct. Please note, we will not be able to send the report via email to an email with a public domain, such as Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo. We ask that you use your company email. Once you have entered your contact information, select Continue. You will then be able to add a name to the report, and if the information is correct, scroll to the end of the screen and select Submit. Once the request has been submitted, it goes to the MAC for approval and distribution. If your request is denied, you will receive notice from Noridian, as well as a rationale for denial. If the request is approved, Noridian has 21 days to send the file. The file may be sent through email, mail, or your company's secure portal. Once you have received your report, you will need to call us for your passphrase. The phone number will be included in the documentation you receive. The file will be encrypted using SecureZip, and the software Zip Reader by PKWare will be required to open the encrypted file. This software is free and can be downloaded through the link on the slide. If you have any questions regarding PS&R, please view the PS&R Frequently Asked Questions page on the CMS website. If your question is still unanswered, or if you have technical issues using PS&R, you can contact the PS&R Help Desk or email us at psr@noridian.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our tutorial. Continue your learning experience by referring to additional recordings available on the Noridian website or YouTube channel.